right. I was sick of asking, so we're live now. You ready to go? We'll take this thing off when you're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Of course.
All right. 5. Count us in, Rick.
Hanging round downtown by myself, and I've had too much caffeine, and I was thinking about myself, and then there she was in cherry pie, yeah, there she was, like disco superfly. I smell sex and candy, yeah. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah. Hanging round downtown by myself, and I've had too much time, and I was thinking about myself, and then there she was in platform double suede, yeah, there she was, like disco lemonade. Well, I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, yeah, mama, this must be my dream.
That was nice that I got to talk through that one, eh? Why don't we just hit the theme song, fellas, and get this thing rolling?
Oh.
Considering I didn't tape that whole song, it stopped recording. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Guys, you got welcome, everybody. We are live from the Dutch Hall, coming to you from Pine Grove, Ontario, Canada's only late night talk show. And we are the best podcast ever to come out of a pool shed in Pine Grove, because we have the best podcast, or the best band in podcast history, I should say, the Nocturnal Emissions, who cannot be seen on camera right now. I don't know what I did wrong here, folks. It is really getting to be something else. This is what the Nocturnal Emissions look like, but I don't know how to make it not look like that. I really wish it didn't look like that, but it does. And the Nocturnal Emissions this week are comprised of Steve the Reluctant German on lead guitar.
Yeah.
Yes. It's comprised of on the bass, the balls of the Nocturnal Emissions this week. Our band leader, Michael Bow, is here.
Yeah.
And beside him is, he's the guy that writes the music for the show.
Hello.
He's the diva. He's the rooster. He's Diamond Dave Charters. He's here, everybody. Let's hear it for him.
Hello, everybody.
And, this week we have a super fan and a guest drummer wanting to be taken off of, it's a Zoom, Jane. It's a Zoom. Please leave it alone. Please leave it alone. I'm begging you with everything I have in me to leave it alone. Please stop touching it. Just once. And then...
never said that before, ever. Please stop touching it.
I never did. But Rick from Woodstock is here, everyone.
Yeah.
It's a setting on my...
Rico.
And this week we just came from New Limburg Brewery for a comedy show that was a real success, actually, in Norfolk County. And we got 4 of the comics that came from that show here tonight. We're happy to have two regulars back on the show. Joe Botello, everyone, is here. And returning live from the Dutch Hall, I think for your third time, right? Is AJ Bate is here, everyone. Fourth time, and two newbies to the Dutch Hall today. We'll have two new friends, Dylan Scott and James McVicker are here, everyone. And our bartender tonight is another great supporter of the show, and he's filling in for my brother. It's our good friend Derek the Beef Van Houten. All right. And I am the host of the show, two-time President's Club Award winner, Pete Van Dyke.
Yay!
Oh. Silence. Yes. This is really getting to be frustrating for me. What I'm going to try to do is one quick thing, actually, Jane, if you could help me here. If you could just go to the cords that are coming out of that camera that are by the computer and just unplug them and plug them back in again, that would be great.
It's a good call.
Down.
The blue one?
Where it's red and blue, and then you just take those red and blue ones and you unplug them and you plug them back in.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
You'll be able to do it.
No, you had it. You had it.
Yep.
The blue one right
All
there.
down, it's blue
There you
and
go.
red.
Perfect.
This is going to be... Yeah, unplug it, please.
Twist.
Unplug it. The red one, just pull it. Pull. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Plug it back in. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And it still sucks.
Still sucks.
So unplug that one, which is twist, and then plug it back in. See that? Anyways, we have a great show here tonight
Beauty.
while Jane works on this. You just twist and pull. Steve, if you want to get up and show her, it would be great. It's
Wouldn't-
just a simple twist and pull.
It wouldn't be
And,
a show without some technical difficulties.
It's awful technical difficulties. All I tried to do is go to do a one shot for you guys to show it to you, and then somehow I touched the button and everything went screwy.
So this is what fucking happens in the new year, right?
Yeah.
Just going to video and really fucking it up.
Yeah, really screwing up our cameras. It's just not working for some reason. It's on a super
That did nothing.
zoom. It did nothing to unplug it. Anyways,
Nothing.
Steve, it's pointing like up here, so maybe it's got to angle down a
They
bit.
don't need to see
it doesn't matter. It's
too zoomed in. Let's just. point
Anyways,
out
we're just gonna
Dave's
have
face.
we're gonna have to just make do
Yeah,
with
we're-
this shit because
Yeah.
I can't work on this and do a show at the same time.
Patio
And we're
lantern.
live on Facebook Live, everyone. So we're gonna have to fucking put up with a shitty camera of the band.
It's an audio show.
It's an audio show.
Yeah, deal with it.
Yeah. So we did come back. We did come back from a big show in Norfolk County with the boys here. And I think everyone went really well. It seemed like it went well. The Nocturnal Emissions even showed up. Charters was the first one there. Non-committal as always. Charters.
The early bird.
But you got there nonetheless.
Well, I knew I had a busy night. I had to coach a big hockey practice tonight. And
Yeah.
luckily they changed the time to an hour earlier, so I got that out of the way and then head right over to New Limburg in Nixon, if you know where it is.
Where dreams are made of.
Did you fly there?
I flew there in my 2018 Corolla.
But there is an
got
airport
wings.
in Nixon. That's all.
Oh, no, I didn't use the airport.
You didn't lose. Actually, you know what? The former mayor of our county,
Trevally.
Trevally, he made mention. He follows me on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, and he was really impressed that we were playing in Nixon, which is the only airport in Norfolk County, I believe, that anymore. I don't know if they got one in Simcoe or not, but I believe Nixon is our really international hub to the rest of the world. And we really proved it tonight, eh? We rocked it. When I headlined Nixon, I was like really trying to keep the excitement in order because, I hit the big time. When you're headlining Nixon, what's next? Rattlesnake Harbor?
The haba.
Yeah. I might be playing Villanova next.
Yeah.
The Walsingham.
The Walsingham, the dancing pig of where the
Maybe Frogmore next.
No.
Down by the lake.
I don't know. I think I got to speak German to play there.
Ugh.
Yeah. Steve will have to talk.
Yeah, he'll have to come.
Yeah, Steve's been real tight-lipped about his German heritage since we went to video. You have nothing to worry about, Steve. You're not on video today.
That's right.
Yeah, so
It's just a clock.
just a clock.
The inside of an oven that you used to use?
Yes, Steve.
I actually do it.
right now. He's sick Highland.
He didn't do it.
Saw him do it.
He did.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
He didn't do it, but he doesn't. He doesn't
This
really.
is where the Jews were.
It kind of offends me as a guy that looks like a Jewish person.
James, I was really surprised at. When I was trying to do the promo for today's show, I found topless picture of James McVicker, no problem, on the internet.
I was surprised that you used that one. Like, why that picture?
Well, you know what it was? It was the fact that Joe and you were having a bit of a tiff or like a back and forth on the thing, and I thought I'll just put a topless picture of Joe, topless picture of James, and then it would set it up for the conflict that we would do later on in the program, right?
Like, who's hairier? Like, is that the thing? Because we're both pretty bad. We're like the connection, like that. You know that missing link? Like that's us. That's both of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is the hair connection?
The thing is about the picture is that Joe has very suspiciously big areolas for some reason.
Yes.
That was when I
Putting
used to
on a
do
wall.
paintings at Starving Artists. Remember that when you'd come do a show and then you'd paint a
Yeah,
picture?
paint a picture.
It was a stupid idea. It was
It was
fucking
But did you
Yes.
paint your
My
nipple
nipple
bigger?
was painted, and then Doug Conan came up and shoved a fucking painting onto it, and so there's a painting with my nipple as the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's why your nipple was so grotesque and big on that?
Because right now, I will show it right now. It looks great. I think it looks awesome.
I was shocked, Joe,
Please don't.
because for me to pull off my idea, I had to find a topless picture of Joe Botello online, which you think would be easy as pie, because I've seen him with his shirt off at a million shows, and I went through, and it was hard to find.
I don't take off my top all the time.
Not all the time, but you figure there'd be enough.
Misleading. I mean, in the summertime, when we're doing shows, maybe when I come over here, like, obviously I have to impress people that are in this room right now. I'm like, are you happily married? She's like, not now. It's like, don't boss me around. I would never tell you to unplug anything. Except for your wedding vows. Unplug those. Plug my vows in. Like, I would cherish you. I would love you forever.
If he takes his shirt right off.
I'm going to take my shirt right off.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Take it right off. He's gonna
He's
steal
like
your woman.
he's like the
gonna steal your lady.
Gallagher of Canadian comedy. It's just like his go-to, like watermelon smashing thing. You just take them, it's just like boom, shows those nipples.
Well, it gets a laugh. That's what it does. Just get like.
There you go, Facebook.
There
Wow.
we go.
Wow.
Those are still pretty big. Those are pretty.
And the areolas
What?
are like
Video was a bad
are long
idea.
too. It's like not even the nipple that's long. It's like a cow's.
It's that black and white, man. It's a black and white that makes you look like you have brown nipples. I can testify right now. Those are pink.
Just
those
thank
are
God this
straight pink.
camera's not
Are you,
zooming. That's
are you
all I'm
flexing?
gonna
Wow.
Oh, man.
say.
You know what I
Because,
can't-
I have
I'm-
respect for myself.
Oh my God, that's nothing to do with respect.
Also, I'm very hairy too.
Yeah, AJ and Dylan as well, and no pictures of them topless online at all.
I'm a professional, man.
Good call.
Good choice.
Professional.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break. Are you kidding me? You gotta take your shirt off to be professional, man. Fuck you.
What about the beach? You take your shirt off? You have a problem with taking your shirt off?
No, I'm okay with the beach. Yeah, where it's needed.
Right, but like on a hot summer day, you don't walk down the street with your shirt off.
I'm not Portuguese. This is you do that a
When
lot.
you're playing with your computers at work, going like bleep blah, going, it's so hard this job. Don't you take off your shirt?
Well, at least I make sure that I clean my fingernails. Did you show everybody your fingernails?
They're dirty.
Those are disgusting
How
to look
dirty are
at.
those nails?
It's tar. The way you said it was so gay. It was tar.
You don't smoke. How's there tar? Like,
Joe does roofs, man. He does
true.
roofs. He puts tar on with his fingers.
yeah.
James,
I don't know.
I just grab buckets full of my hand.
Yeah, Joe's a real man. He throws hot tar at a roof and then he goes home.
Fucking pussies.
Fucks his wife. That's what he does.
When she's sleeping, I'm just like,
What?
Did you,
He had it. He had.
What did
something,
you
but
just
he had
admit to?
Joe? You've been married a long time, right?
16 years.
16 years you've been married, right? And your wife, you have to sneak one in once in a while. Like, what do you? How's the sex changed in 16 years?
Like it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen at
It doesn't
all.
happen that often. Well, we have kids. Like when you guys had little kids, like the other guys here,
you
it's
fight
weird,
about
right? Oh, that's my number one fight. She
Is-
honestly is always like, "Why, it's because you're Portuguese." It's not a joke. She just keeps saying it's because you're Portuguese and you're horny. Your brother and sister are the same way. You guys are always so horny. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that has nothing to do with it. I love you. You're a beautiful woman. Like, you take care of my kids. You help me raise a beautiful, like, autistic daughter. Like, we're just great. We're great parents, and I want to show you my appreciation.
Right, but seriously, how many times a week should she like?
A couple times a week should be like, you should have sex a couple times a week, I think.
That's not. Is that unreasonable for the rest of you guys? Do you think it's unreasonable?
Well, he just
I
got
don't think
engaged.
that's
He's fucking all the time.
I don't think
Yes.
that's unreasonable.
I get pissed at too.
But who would want to fuck Joe 3 times a week?
What are you talking
Who
about?
would want to do that to themselves?
Your mom?
Well, the secret is
My
that-
mom is very. I am Joe's autistic child.
Podcast has been plummeting
Oh, because we take off our shirts and we're not respected. Sorry, AJ.
Yeah, we're not all professionals here, okay?
Yeah, I forgot AJ flew in from Las Vegas
Yeah.
from his opening of like that Azir Azari, whatever the fuck the brown guy's name is.
Oh my god.
But yeah, what? Do you have enough sex? I mean, your wife's right here, but do you have enough sex? Do you think?
Well, I mean, it's a matter of opinion where sometimes we're not in agreement on
I'm
it.
asking your opinion. Do you think you have?
Yeah, but
I
what?
don't know, but be a man.
No,
Just
no,
say it,
I am
be a man. Come on, throw your balls
All right.
out. Let's see how many
I'm
times.
I'm going to be a man right now.
right.
Be a man.
Okay. And I'm going to be a man. I'm going to tell you there are certain weeks where no, I don't have enough.
Yeah, you should.
And there are certain weeks where I'm very satisfied. You know.
That's good. I mean, it is compromise. Like, are you satisfied all the time with the amount of sex Pete gives you? You are. See, so she's in control.
Yeah, she has the card.
Of course she does. She has a vagina.
She didn't always.
What? You were better looking than her at one point?
No, it's not about better.
Oh, about how much money you make.
No, it's not about money either. It was
Oh.
just about the fact that I was busy and like thinking about work all the time,
So
and I
you
was
never
like
wanted to
stressed,
fuck?
and I didn't want to fuck. Yeah, and then
That's
so
weird.
she would want it more than me, and then I would have the card, which is awesome. But my life was terrible. Right, that's why I didn't want
That's
to
why.
fuck.
Yeah, but you should still fuck. You'd feel good. Like
Oh,
I
I
threw
know
up
now.
and I asked her to come over and like hug me and give me a kiss. She said no. I was good at trying to fuck her even after I threw up. I don't care. Like I want to fuck all the time, every day.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't care that you threw up. It's she cares that she's got a bang throw up.
No, but
joke.
she wouldn't have to kiss me. She could just be tender with me and tell me it's gonna be okay and I'm gonna have a great show and.
Do you
Yeah.
even brush your teeth?
You know, if it was the other way,
It's not depressing. I feel it's a thing. No one talks about it because they're like, oh, yeah, as much as my wife wants. No, man, you should fuck. That builds relationships and keeps them together forever. Like, you be
100%.
going through so much shit. If you're fucking all the time, you can actually hate each other and still be together if you're fucking
But I
all the
feel
time.
like it's just for women, it's very like different. Like it's like every small thing builds up that sexual need. It's like everything you say.
So thoughtful.
Oh.
AJ.
No.
Stop.
Because like
Let him
I go
swoop
through
in.
the same thing too. It's like if you say the wrong thing or not the one thing that you're supposed to say, it's just kind of like, oh well, there goes sex for that night.
yeah.
It's just like. Well, the thing is with my stage, because I'm also like I'm like where you were. I'm like always busy. Like I have a daytime job and
Yeah.
I'm doing comedy.
Yeah.
So like I have like the sex card. So it's like I'm like, oh, why are like let's do like I'm like I want to, but I just like I'm busy. I have like
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm here. I can't like drive all the way back where you live to fucking like have sex. It's just like economically like it's not right. It's like
Yeah, but I think the point that Joe's making is that when you're with a woman for a long time, she knows that she's got to deal with you too. So at some point in time, she's like, I'm gonna just gotta get the poison out of this dickhead, so he doesn't like make my life miserable.
Do you want to get? I understand that. Like, I understand getting the poison out, but like, do you want to get it or do you want to have it really good?
Yeah, but you don't have good sex all the time.
No,
But you have
there's
most of the time,
there's
though.
definitely utility sex where you're just trying to get it out so that you don't behave like a dick. Like you're just like the tension's built up. You're both busy and you're like,
Yeah.
come on, just jerk me off in the corner for
Yeah,
a second.
yeah,
I don't
just
care.
watch me jerk off.
I don't care.
And like I'll text her, I'm like, you gonna jerk me off when you get home? She's like, no, just go in the hamper, grab one of my panties. And I'm just like, fuck, you complain about me coming in your panties, and you complain about me not coming in your panties. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm horny all the time, but it always goes back to like a race thing. Like, well, it's because you're Portuguese. I'm like, no, like I have like testosterone, which makes like muscles. So like I get
Is
hornier.
that why you're always flexing? Is
Yeah,
that why?
because it's building my horny. Like I'm like, I gotta fuck tonight, somebody.
I'm so horny. I gotta
I-
fuck something.
I think that it is true that Portuguese do fuck more than other people. Though.
No, I don't think
You
that's
think
true.
so?
at all.
They have a lot of babies. It's true.
That's because they don't know how to pull out. That's why.
That's the only reason.
And they're Catholic. They're like, oh,
Dude, fucking Catholics
don't
have
waste your
babies.
seed. Wah.
yeah.
Joe, it
I
sounds
love
like you want us to
listening
go
to
talk to your wife for you.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, she never listened.
Come watch this podcast with me and look at all the things that I said about you. Like that.
Does your wife have any problem sleeping?
I don't know. I don't sleep with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sleep on the couch for real. Like not because like she's mad at me. It's just I'm never home, and then I don't wake her up, and
Oh yeah. So,
So-
you sleep better apart.
yeah, and like my daughter sleeps with her. Like this is getting super boring.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is so boring, Joe. Way to go. And then parents will be like, why would your daughter sleep with her? That's why you're not fucking.
That's
But
true.
It's
though,
like,
a
well,
little
but
bit.
like I don't like nighttime fucking. That's too like.
You don't like nighttime?
Nah, I
fucking?
like morning fucking.
Well, you never like fucked and went to bed after?
Yeah, but it's not as good as like morning fuck or I sleep fine all the time.
If I had to pick between the two,
Morning.
I would take morning for sure.
I would take morning fuck too. It's you're just ready to go.
Fucking creep. What? What do you Nighttime is the best. Why?
Do you sleep over there?
Yeah. What the fuck are you like? It's not like I'm abducting her or something. Like
Yeah.
that. I do sleep over. Yes.
We don't know.
And the morning is better because
I
you.
have a night and morning. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, but which one do you prefer?
I prefer nighttime.
Nighttime is the right time.
You're more of
You
a
ever-
Venus flytrap, eh?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. I'll take it. I'll fucking
But
take
a little afternoon delight is always a nice treat. Because it happens so rarely, you know. In the middle of the day, you get some. Like if it's your wife's off work or something like that.
Picking tobacco, you don't know what. Like you need a little break.
Do you guys wear the toques when you have sex? I gotta know. I'm looking around the room. There's like 5 toques in here. It's about 100 degrees.
I tend to stuff. I tend to
The
stuff
fuck
it in her
is-
mouth.
Oh yeah.
She's like,
He's
yeah.
a dirty bitch. That little dirty bitch over there.
I like to cover my own face, just because it's like
You feel bad?
I'm like, oh my god, guess who I am?
The toque's actually a ski mask.
It is a ski mask. And
What does
like,
she say?
I hope it's AJ, and I'm like, it's not AJ.
It's
I hope it's Michael Moses. It's not Michael Moses. And then I just
I don't
continue.
think people are going to mistake you for Moses or AJ. I think it'd be more.
with a toque on. I think they would.
That's all. That's the only difference between you and them.
Yeah, we wear toques.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
It's not those
You put a
fucking-
toque on, and your wife is fooled.
she's fooled. She's like, oh my god.
Are you the Russian butcher next door?
As soon as she didn't see like the $2 like the toonie nipples, I think she would know. She would know it wasn't them.
Macadamian nipples.
Yeah.
She's like, who's this Montenegrin giant
Those
who's coming to? Like, I look Montenegrin, which is like totally different than Portuguese, so I think that works sometimes.
That you look Montenegrin?
Yeah, man, that's a great place.
I've always thought that about you. I just thought, man, that guy looks Montenegrin.
First thing that comes to my head, for sure.
A real Negro.
You're getting close.
A
You're getting
Montenegro.
close,
Montenegro.
Pete. You're borderline.
I was close.
Yeah.
I'm half Negro.
Montenegro.
Which half? The half that's in your mom.
You know what we should do before we get too deep into this
Dylan's like, I hate everything.
stifling conversation is we should do a little segment we call Feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. Feedback.
Motherfucking feedback.
Fucking feedback, people.
Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback. This week's feedback is brought to you, as always, by our friends from Amazon. All you got to do if you want to help out the show is go to my webpage, livefromthedutchhall.com, and you click on the Amazon banners, shut off your ad blockers, and then they come up, and then you can do all your Amazon shopping, and some of that money will come back and help the show. And thank you to everyone that's done that. We made like $140 last year.
Yeah, the Christmas shopping helped.
$140, you know.
What about what are we into the season now? After New Year's, after Boxing Day shopping,
After Boxing Day shop, whatever you want to buy, you can buy toilet paper on there, anything.
off season.
What you should do is just make your regular lifetime, if you really like the show, make your regular lifetime habit just buying stuff from Amazon and just giving us the money because we like money and
it
etc.
helps us fix our shit.
Yeah, and as you can see, we need it. Our fucking camera doesn't work. Of the band. Jesus Christ. And the other one I tried fixing, I pulled up my camera, and then it's actually disconnected completely. We bought the shittiest equipment ever. So luckily we have twice as many cameras as we need. But we do... anyways, that's Amazon. You can also... we also have to shout out to the people who help make our live show possible. And that's our good friends at Norpac.
The beef people.
Thank you, Paul/Dave. And also our friends at CleanFlow. CleanFlow, the proud sponsors of Van Dyke Party Services. If you're looking at doing something like maybe you have a birthday party, you're trying to celebrate your child's birthday party, got a birthday party coming up, and you're going to invite friends and family to this birthday party. You're going to blow out candles. You're going to unwrap gifts. You're maybe going to have some sort of craft table for some young children. Sounds like a terrible time. Boring as fuck.
What do you got? A couple streamers?
Yeah. Oh, you got a nice happy birthday sign. Maybe some Adora Pinata.
Way to
go
go.
fuck yourself, you
Losers.
You know what you could also do? Give us an email, livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, and we'll send you between 5 and 29 Van Dyke First Cousins in bright yellow jackets, and you're going to be 100% satisfied that you've had the time of your life. And all it's going to cost you is $100 of cold hard cash, plus all of our expenses, which will be dear. And if you're not 100% satisfied, We will return that $100, but those expenses have run through our bodies and potentially yours. Van Dyke Party Services.
Don't live your life in regret.
Brought to you by Clean Flow. Charters, have you done the Clean Flow Challenge?
I had a busy week.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to any Clean Flow products this week.
Now, I want to talk to Mr. O out there.
I really let him down.
Who's he's the guy that pretty much owns you, Dave. He paid us for this equipment. And,
It's working great.
And yeah, I don't think he can take the blame on that. But you got a responsibility to this man. He's asked you to do shit, and you got to do it, right? Otherwise, he's going to start taking money away. He's really vindictive that way. You have to understand that your actions are costing us money.
Horseshit.
Sorry, Mr. O.
Yes, thank you, Charlie.
I'll work harder next week.
You know, that's it for sponsors except for one, Yarmy Electric. Mm-hmm. Yarmy Electric. You know, this is a time of year where you're thinking, okay, Christmas is over. You know, deer hunting's over. You know, maybe this is the time where I can finally call Derek about that sparking light right above where our Christmas tree used to be, which is really scaring me. But Pete said, don't call Derek because he's busy. But now I'm thinking, you know what? Other things are starting to smoke in my house. Maybe I should call him. You know what? Call somebody else, for fuck's sakes. Derek's busy. He's got kids and a job and important things to do, not your shit. Leave him alone. He's busy, for fuck's sakes. He plants deep, and he saves lives, and he does electrical work for people that are important, not you.
He's got thousands of children.
Thousands at least. He puts his penis in things and does not know how to get it out of it. He just plants until it makes babies.
Very fertile.
Yeah.
Is he
Anyways,
Portuguese?
no, he's Dutch.
Oh. How would he be Portuguese?
Yarmy Electric. If we don't get it right the first time, we'll get it right the second time. And if we don't get it right the second time,
You can go fuck yourself.
that's it. Good job, Beef.
Attaboy, Beef.
And that's it for our sponsors. So every week we ask our listeners to give us feedback. And you can do it on social media. You can do it on iTunes, Podbean, whatever you got. And this week, where the fuck is my phone? This week is no exception. Except for I don't. So we're going to go to the Facebook Live feed because we did get some. We got like a bunch of people that have joined. Joe Rylette, looking good, gents.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, even Robert Beckham.
David's brother.
Joe at the Dutch Hall, wooden head, wooden shoes, wouldn't tell a funny joke. That's what he said.
Burn.
My God. Oh, my God.
It's really good on getting picked on because
I don't know if that's appropriate, Joe?
I can't roast him.
Why? Why can't you? He's like, you could easily roast him.
Yeah,
He's not
he's
to, I
done
don't know.
talking. You're good. You're up.
Yeah, you can do it. He's probably went to bed already. He's fucking,
Oh yeah, for sure. He went to bed. His
Yeah.
wife made him go to bed.
Yeah. He's like, Rena, I got a fucking funny thing I gotta say before I go
She's
to
like,
bed.
"Go to fucking bed." You know how long it takes me to take this girdle off of me?
Stop calling me.
Robert, I told you. Stop it. Your mother keeps calling.
So we got feedback this week. And we did get one from our good buddy. He's all the way in New Zealand. Actually, we didn't get feedback from him, but I wanted to shout out over Alex Vondervoort,
Big Dutch.
Big Dutch. What he did was Alex qualified this week as a certified super fan. He's officially on the super fan list because what he did was he bought our love by giving us free gifts, which we like very much. And this week he gave us some deer pepperettes that he killed himself. He killed the pepperettes himself. He went out into the forest, murdered pepperettes, and gave them to us. Thank you very much, Vondervoort.
They are good.
They're delicious.
And remember, fuck as many girls as you can out there, buddy. It's for all of us.
It's your time.
This is your time to do it. In the rest of your life, you're not going to have this opportunity. This is your time. Do things, come back to the Dutch Hall and tell us all about them. We don't have to put it on air. Just tell me so I can live through you and know what you're doing. And remember, take pictures in your mind of what every detail looks like, like...
Or on your phone.
Yes. Oh, phones? Well, that's a dirty trick, Dave. I don't know if I want to encourage it, but I would like to see the footage. If you can get some sort of a consent so I can wash myself of like any guilt.
Consent.
Consent? Yeah. Anyways, you know who else we talked to? I don't know if we were prepared for this. But we always talk to our friend the Cheese Lady.
Oh.
So it's hi-hat and thing. Ready to go?
Right.
We're checking on the cheese lady. Yeah, the cheese lady. Checking on the cheese lady. Always on the run. Checking on the cheese lady. Yeah, the cheese lady. Checking on the cheese lady. Always having fun.
Well, Teresa from the Second Mouse in Delhi, she sends us feedback every week on Podbean. And this week she says, it's a Dutch catastrophe. I'm running out of cheese at the shop, LOL. Must be good luck listening to the Dutch Hall. P.S. I watched the game, too, at a barn party and was cheering our local boy, Shane. From Shane Bergman that was here last week. And she also said Shane Bergman rocks at one point in time. A lot of feedback from Teresa. So, Teresa, keep listening. You're one of our favorite fans. You even got a theme song. There's only one other person that's ever listened to our show that's got a theme song in the history of Live from the Dutch Hall. And he's been with us since the very beginning. He's our good buddy, the Haitian Dwarf.
Hi-ho, it's off to bed we go.
Your sons are queer?
Your son's a queer, and he brings you tears.
Hi-ho. Hi-ho. Sorry, I forgot. That was a bad.
Can't all be winners.
That one was written for a homophobic parents out there. We still know you exist out there, and you don't get much of a shout out. So that's a shout out to the homophobic parents.
Straight from Libya.
Well, this week, every week, our good buddy, the Haitian Dwarf, who's been with us since the very beginning of the show, he goes on to iTunes, and he gives us feedback there. And this week is no exception. He gives us feedback this week. He calls it audio versus video and gives us 5 stars. That's 5. He says, I'd like to say you guys are more suited to an audio show based on how you look.
So true. That's honest.
Just based on that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
That's honest.
I can't see anything he's not saying that's true there. But considering how you may sound, or how you sound, maybe silent video would be a better medium. I think he meant silent audio. Right? But that's from the HD. Let's hear it for the HD. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
always.
HD.
You've been with us since the beginning, and we love you. You know that. And one of these days, we're going to meet Haitian Dwarf. One of these days, we're going to get him in the Dutch Hall in person. I know it's going to happen someday, so I just think one of these days, keep looking for him, everybody. If you see him out there, send me an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com and see if we can find this guy and bring him in here. Haitian Dwarf, he's a great friend. All right. So that's it for feedback. Can you think of anything we missed? We got anything we got to plug? No gigs coming up? You guys want to plug anything while we're thinking of it? This is our commercial time.
Gigs.
Starving Artists, Valentine's Day, doing a big show there. Going to have a dinner, and it's going to be all comics that are couples. I have Ryan Horwood from Toronto coming. He's been on TV. He's been on Just for Laughs. He's coming with his girlfriend. He's going to do a set. So you come in, and it's 2 comics, and it's food, $20. On Valentine's Day.
Yeah. His girlfriend's a comic too?
Yeah, she's a comic, yeah.
It's not just
so all the comics on the show are all dating each other.
Oh, yeah, and they're all comics.
Yeah.
I can't just have my wife come on the show.
No.
Have her tell.
No.
No?
It's 2 comics.
2 comics that have to be funny
Dating.
and banging?
Yeah, banging. Or just like holding hands.
Just gotta hold hands. That's it.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing. Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
They've just been playing with the broken camera the whole time.
It's like bra straps that it's focused on.
Yeah,
But yeah, so February 14th, Starving Artist, Brantford. If you guys want to come, hit me up on Facebook.
And James, don't you host a room there in Brantford
Yeah, I
too?
do the other
The
Wednesday.
shitty room.
The shitty.
The shitty Wednesday.
They were both shitty.
No, I've
You're
been
shitty.
getting. Here's feedback. Well, motherfucking feedback. James McVicker sucks.
Oh.
Joe, go shave your fucking beard again.
That wasn't from me, bro. That was for the
What?
feedback from my phone.
That was the feedback? Well, at least I got an opinion. I need that. That keeps me going.
Coming from Christina, I wouldn't fuck him with Joe's dick. That's the other feedback.
But she also wouldn't touch her dick.
See, I suck at this.
Yeah.
Are we still doing plugs or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want one?
I like how everyone was silent during Joe's plugs. And
Yeah,
then,
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
no enthusiasm whatsoever. This Saturday, I'm going to be at the Underground Comedy Club in Toronto.
Oh, that's good.
And on January 16th, we actually both which he forgot to plug because he's just worried about thinking about his dick. On January 16th, we actually have a really good show in Barrie, Laffy Taffy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, and on January 24th, I'm going to be competing Yuck Yucks Hamilton, so if you guys want to come out and show some support, that'll be nice.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because you guys got anything else?
I got another show in Brantford at the end of the month for that other Odd Life show. That's basically what I got right now. And depression. That's the other thing I have. That's the other thing I have is a lot of depression.
Let's go to Instagram feedback. You wish you were Joe, you fucking hack. Feedback is
No one wishes they
brutal.
were Joe.
I'm gonna be doing Rap City on Tuesday, and then I think in a couple weeks I'm gonna be doing a minute of comedy in Joe's room. So
60 seconds of
60
sexy
seconds.
Dylan Scott.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. It's
I like when they bring the
light.
lights down, bring Dylan out, and then everybody just melts, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a minute, like he comes by all the time. So I was like, well, you're here all the time. Do like a minute. And he does a minute, and then it's nice, and he fucking takes off. And everyone's like, yeah, now it's back to Joe. But James came by once, and they're like, who the fuck's this guy? Let me check the feedback.
Does he have a
again.
show here? I don't know.
Let me check Snapchat. Let me check Snapchat. Oh, don't show us your dick. It's small. That was from your girlfriend. That's weird.
You're looking at a blank phone.
Yeah, you are.
You look retarded. Is that?
I
can't.
You did.
You can. I can't.
I can't say it.
You have said it though.
I've never said it.
You told the retarded guy at one of the MV shows that you're gonna come on his
shit.
face.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, he told.
I didn't know he had
told
Down
a
syndrome.
retarded person.
Oh
he's
my
gonna come
God.
on
Were you
his
there for that?
Oh, my God, Joe. I have played Envy, and
You
they're
know
always
which guy.
there. Yes,
Yeah.
I know who they are.
Okay, I didn't know this because I don't go to that show, not because of the host.
Yeah, but how can you not
it kinda
tell
has to
that
do with the host.
they have
I didn't know because it was just the guy was shouting, so I thought it was just heckling me, and I was like, I will come over there and fuck you in the face. And then he like, was it
No,
you that
you-
came over to me?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, he has Down syndrome, and I was like, you piece of shit. I couldn't run out of there faster.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like,
not
No,
like
you
it's
didn't
a,
say you were gonna just
it's
say
not
your
like a
fucking
secret
face.
when you look at his face.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like the way no, but it wasn't in the small room. She does it in like the big room.
Yeah, I
now.
know, yeah.
So I couldn't see him.
You said you were gonna eat a bunch of pineapple and then come on his face.
It's very hard.
That's what
Oh,
you
well,
said.
at least he did that. That was nice of him.
It's very easy to spot them from their upper lip. You know?
From like if he said asparagus, then you'd be a real.
Well,
dick.
he was making sense. Like, well, fuck you. Like he was saying
He's the hype
things.
man. He just says yeah to every joke.
But like,
ever
and then
did.
afterward, his workers like, oh, he loves these shows.
he
Yeah,
does.
I'm like, fuck. I just like felt so bad picking on him.
You know, he probably enjoyed you saying that you were gonna come on his face.
yeah, I was
He
so
probably was like,
mad.
yeah!
I was gonna get off stage, wait for him to come over, and punch him in the face.
Really, he was so. There,
No, I was so mad. For
Oh.
some reason, I just switched and just got super mad.
Yeah,
that's
I've
happened
seen
2 or
that.
3 times.
That's the
to me
maddest
before.
I've seen you, and I thought it was so fucking
No, there was
funny.
another time I almost fought in fucking Jimmy Jazz.
I was
Did
at
you
that
almost
one.
Like I was,
fight?
oh, you were at that one. I
Yeah.
wanted to fight that guy. I was like, fuck you. I'm like, you fucking F word.
Yeah, that's the maddest I've ever seen,
I
Joe.
was
Yeah.
so mad.
I think
didn't
Dave
know what
told me
happened.
about that
Oh,
show.
it was bad. The guy just, it was bad.
It always get like the Jimmy Jazz shows go good for a bit, and then there's something fucking crazy that happens, and then
It's
that's
not even
always
me.
what happens.
I don't like being mean, but it's like it's something switched in my head. I was like, I'm gonna fucking fight him.
There's some good people there, but then there's some fucking shitheads that heckle you, and then you gotta punch them in the
You lost,
face.
you're cool. You got anyone else lost? Like, I mean, fucking straight up, I'm gonna fuck you up. Cool.
Yeah.
I did it once at Kelly House in Hamilton when there was this dude that was he was sitting at the back and he got a phone call in the middle of the show and then took the call in the center of the room and just talked at full voice on the phone like he didn't respect the show even the least. He could have just like excused himself and took the call and I wouldn't have said a thing. But he took the call in the middle of the room, and I don't know, that just set me off, and I went crazy on the guy. Yeah, I just told him. I called him every name I could, and just told him I never seen a guy so stupid in my life, and that's what. No, nothing happened. The guy was so stupid, he didn't even know I was talking to him. The rest of the crowd liked it because I was hammering on the guy so hard, but that guy that I was actually trying to, like, that I was really mad at, he didn't give a fuck at all. He didn't even know I was talking to him. Yeah, it made me even more mad, yeah.
Fuck, I mean something.
And then you don't even want to do your show anymore because you're just like, oh, I'm like, you've lost it at that point in time. You're just like so angry, right? And then you're trying to get back to like telling the dick joke or something. And you're like, oh, fuck, it's already awkward. Yeah, I've already blown the room. Comics liked it. because they like it because I lost my shit. They thought it was funny.
Are you able to come back from that in a set, or is it
you are? I think it's possible.
Yeah, definitely. Because the problem you have is really only with the dickhead usually, and the dickhead everyone else in the room has a problem with too.
It depends how mean you are to them. If you're too mean, like if your meanness doesn't match what they did, then like if it's over the top or if it's underneath, then they've won because you look like an asshole, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You're like if you're like you say something like horrible to the guy, and then you hear all the crowd go ooh, you've lost it.
Yeah.
But if you get it like right on, like you deal it out good, but you got to cross the line sometimes because. Like you have to deal with those dickheads. You can't just let them own the show, right?
Yeah, but you also got to be careful not to make fun of them because of a physical attribute either. That used to get away with that stuff, but anymore, like if a fat guy's fat, unless he started it, like with fat jokes, so you can't really do nothing.
I feel like it's just because of our level, we only get to have like 7 or 10 minutes on the stage, so there's not really much time for you to recover.
Yeah.
All you have is like a line.
If you're like doing like 30 minutes, then maybe like after a few minutes, like everybody like forgets about it.
Yeah.
Like you only have 7 minutes on stage, so like if you get into the fight, that's taking up the 7.
Half of your set
and
is.
plus, also, it's like the crowd is like if you feel like such betrayal from the crowd, it's like you know that this guy's an asshole. Why don't we all just unify together and just kick this guy out? You know, but like the crowd is always just like. Standing in the back and just watching you fight with that person and not doing anything at all about it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's still entertaining, though. Do you guys, as non-comics, do you think that it's cool to watch a guy lose his shit, or is it like he's not doing the show?
It all depends. It all depends on how they control them, or like how they go about it. I think if they're able to do it like gracefully and like you said, when you lose your mind and you gotta hammer this guy. If you commit to it, I think that's part of the whole comedy aspect of it. I think
it's like being confident that you're right.
Yeah,
that you're doing the right thing in that situation.
And the crowd needs to like you too, though.
Yeah, that's obviously most important.
On your side, they'll go down with
if the crowd doesn't like you yet,
you're fucked. You're totally fucked at that point.
Yeah, but I don't think under like 5 years you even have the chops. I don't think under 5 years we have the chops. You can
to what
to really save yourself that bad. Like you could save yourself a little bit, but like it takes years to learn how to save yourself.
Yeah, but if they talk some shit and then you just get a nice quick line in, and then
if you have that quick line, but you want that quick line even when you're doing well, and it doesn't come sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's
it takes. You're saying it takes 5 years.
I think
it
takes to like save yourself from like someone sat up and goes "fuck you, you're an asshole," and then you attack them like I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Well, we kind of talked
and that's gonna take a while unless you're really good at saving. Like I just think it takes a few of those to happen.
Well, you have because the only way to learn that stuff is to go up, have a situation come up where you fucked it up, and then drive home feeling like terrible, and then go over in your head all the things you should have said, and then next time when you it's not distracting at all, no. And then the next time you go up, you then are ready for that same situation that doesn't come up anymore, and then another one comes up and you screw that one up, and you keep doing that until you've seen the situation multiple times again, then you know what to do.
So you're saying you have to lose to win.
Yeah. It's like poker, you know? You got to put yourself in as many situations as you can, and then be able to, know what to do then the next time you're in that situation, right?
What about the girl on her birthday?
What do you mean?
That's bad. It's my birthday. Look at me.
Oh, yeah. Where they want to make the show about them because it's their birthday?
That's hard.
I would just throw them a bone for like a second where you're like,
host job, I think, for that one.
Huh?
I think that's a host job.
They got to acknowledge it at the beginning, and hopefully that's enough. But sometimes girls are just like so into themselves, and like they have like it's their birthday, so it's their time. But like I hate people like that because like I don't even care about my birthday. Like who gives a shit that you're a year older?
About your birthday.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, but
I thought Joe did.
Do broads like that actually show up at comedy shows?
They do.
Broads, bro. It's 2018 and your wife's hot and you're calling people broads?
Yeah, why not?
Jeez, beef.
They 100% come because they like, but not at the show. But they come and they are used to being the center of attention, right? Always. So they'll talk loudly or whatever, and it's their time. They think, right?
I mean, that sounded like a very gender hate kind of thing going on, but
No, it's not. It's not just
joking.
girls too.
I'm
It's
joking.
fucky
I know,
burly guys
no,
too.
like
Super
a
burly
lot of
guys.
a lot of comics say that the worst gigs are like bachelorette parties because like you're not expected to do your jokes. It's more about like making it about them.
Yeah.
So again, like you know, so you just got to put yourself out there and like you have to do a bachelorette party and bomb that one, and then the next time you do one, if it ever happens, you just get better at that. It's just really comedy is really just putting yourself in shitty situations.
Well, yeah. Do you think all the shitty shows you've done has helped you with any?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because I do this show called at the Pick and Shovel. You guys done
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah.
It's terrible, fucking terrible. Crazy shit happens there all the time. I saw a Spanish guy catch a bat in there one time.
Really? In
Yeah.
the pick and shovel?
Yeah, it was crazy.
But there's something though. You can't just do one type of shitty show. You need to do like as many different shitty shows.
Yeah, you got to do the good
Like,
as the bad.
Yeah, you gotta do. You gotta go out there and like do like all the shitty ones, and just go home, cry on your way back. Just listen to yourself on the set, and just go next day and like I'm gonna do this again.
Just cry. Just die inside a little bit. Like
do
you
Guelph, which is politically
Yeah.
correct. Do an ethnic show. You're not ethnic.
back.
Go do a black
Yeah.
room or something, or like a Greek fucking show. And
Yeah.
you have to do everything.
It gives you the chops to be able to handle that situation. Because when it's terrible, holy fuck! Like there's nothing worse than just bombing. But if you get used to it, you can just fucking.
You're super used to it. I like how comfortable you are all the time with it. You're so.
That's is that a backhanded compliment?
No, straight up.
You're so comfortable with bombing? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
straight up. Just
Yeah.
You're so comfortable with bombing. Like I see you bomb so much. It's like it's impressive
But you really
how you
do
just stick
go
it
get
out, man.
comfortable
Buddy,
bombing.
you stick out bombing.
But you do get comfortable
You
with
do.
bombing.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
right.
affect you as much. Like
That's
before,
right.
you would wallow on it for like weeks and weeks. But now it's more like a few hours, and then like the next day you're like, okay, let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It's
I used to
easier
beat
now.
myself up the entire
100%,
drive home. I'd lie in bed swearing at myself, wake up the next day, still feel bad, go on the next day, still feel shitty. And then eventually, you just stop because you're just like, there's no point
You
in
get
it.
better
Yeah.
at dealing with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go you do like what once, or you do a few a week.
Yeah.
But if you're doing like every day, like the lucky guys in Toronto and girls in Toronto,
Yeah.
they get to do like 3 shows a night, so it gets easier to deal with it because the next show you might fucking kill.
But they bomb.
Yeah.
They bomb so much because it's just like
They have 25 shows that week.
Yeah. They
Yeah, but
do
there's
so much
25
time.
shitty shows.
I think.
they still have
That's the thing. And that's another thing. Like you can't just keep doing just Toronto.
Yeah, you have
Or
to-
like you can't just keep doing Hamilton, or you can't just keep doing Guelph. Like you
No.
have to like do as many different cities as you can.
Yeah, how
right?
good was this show? We didn't know what the fuck was.
Yeah, we didn't know what to
Never-
expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you've probably had it where you walk in and you see like a busy crowd. You're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. But then you start like, ugh, this was.
Yeah, they're terrible.
There's only a few places that I've seen that are like always consistently good. Like Rhapsody and Kitchener is always good. They always have a good crowd
Kitchener's a really
and a lot
good-
of people.
Yeah, Kitchener, the region that region is really good.
Yeah,
with
it's
comedy.
great.
That and Guelph are honestly like
That's a crush though.
yeah, but it's like yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like one of the easiest places to do comedy, to be honest.
Yeah, 'cause, they call it. Some people call it. Dan Peters calls those menu rooms. You can just read the menu and you'll fucking kill.
Like if you do Absolute, like we all post our Absolute sets because Absolute, it doesn't matter what you do. It's like that menu thing you said.
Yeah.
But like if you just go to those shows, like bro, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
You have to go to other shows.
You're not
and, like,
challenged. You're
You're
not-
not because it's like that show was amazing. That's the show I like for a promoter. Like this was my set because they don't really know yet. You're like okay, but as a comic, it's like no, you can't do that every day because then you actually suck.
You have to face
Like, you-
adversity, right?
you
Like,
have to.
Have you done Toronto, Pete?
Yeah, I've done Toronto lots of times, yeah.
Now, what do you think about it?
I hate it. I hate every minute of Toronto. I hate every club in Toronto I've ever been to. No, I've never done Absolute, though. Yeah, I know.
But they handle that so differently than every other place.
But my stuff, like, I
The
mean,
Underground's good though too. The Underground's a really good spot.
Now it is,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. I've done okay rooms there, but as the most part, if I had to like take it as like the average of every show I've done in Toronto and say it's always been terrible because I've run into these crowds of like young, really like tight ass college students or whatever they are, intellectuals or yuppies or whatever they are in Toronto, and they just don't like me because they're young, and then they look at an old guy like me and I'm telling dirty jokes.
I don't.
Well, that's not true just in your case. It's also in my case because, and that's not just Toronto. Like this is a story that I've told Joe a bunch of times. It's just like, because both my parents are Muslim, so I almost had the opportunity to perform at a University of Guelph for like in front of the Muslim Association, and they were like going to pay me like a lot of money to do it.
Yeah.
But I sent them a clip of my act, and I knew already that I wasn't going to get it.
Yeah.
They just want like in Toronto, what works is you being ethnic, true to your ethnicity.
Right.
Like if you're a person that's of diversity, then stick to your diversity.
Like you say, like you can do the jokes about having an immigrant parent and.
But in my
that's
case,
okay.
I don't want to do those.
Right. Right.
Do you think it's taken the like? Do you feel like it's the easy way out for you, or what?
It's if I were to do it, I would be more accepted.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not, but there could be a lot of shows that I could message and just say that this is my act, and I would get on.
Well, there is like diversity shows out
which
there.
I couldn't get on, which I tried to get on, but I couldn't because.
Yeah, you guys keep talking. I just gotta rock a quick.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't.
Can any of you guys go to a show with instructions?
With instructions,
Like
I've
to me that defeats the purpose.
No, I got a rule made at a place one time in Guelph. I got a rule made that they couldn't heckle the comics for their material on stage. You would have to come. The worst bomb I think I've ever had. It was so bad because I was 20th up in an open mic comedy show at a fucking Legion in Guelph, Ontario, and I was telling this joke about black dicks. Which I guess I don't know if I should. Should I tell the joke? No, because I'm just gonna get this pulled off.
Yeah, but it's like you told the show to like just tell the story. Yeah, tell the story.
Okay, so I go up. I'm 20th out of fucking 20. I was there just to I'm like I need a spot on Thursday night. I need this spot, and I went there and I was doing my set and I was doing a lot of new shit because it's like why would you're not gonna do the stuff that works that late. I went there a lot. I was going there a lot of times, and this joke that I was doing was working there. It's about me going to me and my friend Wally Warwick. We were leaving. We're coming back from a show, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta stop at the sex shop," and I'm like, "I guess I'll go with you because that's what I do now. I guess for doing comedy, I'm just gonna explore that."
He's doing the joke right now.
Yeah.
Don't address it. Just
trying to tell the story. It's
let him tell the story.
So I'm at the stag shop with Wally. He's trying to buy lube for him and his wife, and I'm just there and I'm just exploring because it's like a candy store. There's like fucking everything on the walls. It's very visual.
As long as you eat dildos, it's a candy store.
Yeah, I do eat dildos. So downstairs, down in the basement, they still have a porn section, which is useless because of the fucking internet, right? You don't need porn. You don't need to pay for porn at this point in your life.
You're like a kid in a candy
Well, you're not
store.
from Norfolk County. There's still some spots
internet's
where we
too
don't
slow?
get internet. We need the magazine.
Yeah.
And
The
VHS
internet's
tapes.
too slow.
We need still shots.
Well, to get around the internet, like internet porn, they have like 40 hours of like on a DVD. On one DVD, there's 40 hours of porn you can watch. So that's how they get around it. That's how they make they should make their money because if there's to make 40 hours of porn is already a fucking amazing feat. Anyways, but I'm down
How long
there.
would it take you to jerk off to 40 hours of porn?
Probably like a month.
Yeah, you think you can get through a month of it?
Depends how much
That'll
you
last
jerk
me for
off.
3 years, man.
Like 3 times a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much of a 40-hour movie would you need?
It's always clips though. You probably do the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't.
Clips and then you're like an hour worth of jerking off. It's way too long.
After a
Yeah.
while, it becomes
It's
like
way too long.
Yeah, you do.
It's like sharpening a pencil.
It is too much. There's too many options. There's too many options out there.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm looking around the porn section, and a DVD catches my eye. It's a porn called Lost in the Hood. That's what it's called, Lost in the Hood. And on the cover of it is a really scared black guy, like he's like with a big black dick pressed against his face.
Really helps
It's
the
a man with
Yeah.
he's scared in the.
Yeah, he's scared, and there's a big black dick pressed up against his face. And I think it's fair to be scared in that situation. And the way I did the joke was, it's like now every time I I make a wrong turn, I'm in the grocery store, fucking in the wrong aisle, I think about that. And I know that's not killing right now, but it was killing. It was killing before.
You think about like a black guy pressing his dick in your face?
Yeah, just because you get lost, you get lost. I think that's gonna. You just
when
think
you get lost and a black
think
dick
so?
smacks you in the face.
It was to be out to push it to like a limit. It's like obviously that's never gonna fucking happen.
Limit that's not funny. You push it right to the
That's
limit.
the special limit for me. No, and I did that, and it worked. It worked a few times, so it gave me enough confidence to keep doing it. And in the audience, I tell that joke. after I already told the joke about date rape, so it's not really the best situation there. And this girl,
you set up the situation.
No, I did. I'm not
date rape, black dicks.
And
why don't you love me?
No, and I was in a PC environment. I know it was stupid, but I wanted to do new stuff, and you kind of want to hammer them a bit more. I don't know why. Like I got like in my head, I need to fucking do this, and that happened. And then this girl in the audience says, "That's not funny," and it's like, and then that's never funny. And I'm like, that's never been funny, even though I swear to God, it got laughs.
On the date rape stuff, you got laughs?
No, on the big black dick jokes.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can't do date rapes and
No, you can't. You can't. There's like, well, if you could do it at the Jimmy Jazz, maybe. But that's
yeah.
it.
After you follow up, after you do a date rape joke, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good your black dick joke is; it's probably gonna not do.
No, I know.
It should be like a closer, like just do that and good night, head out.
Yeah. Like, you know when you do like the same set in a place enough times, you just want to maybe make a change, see what works, right?
No, you found that out in a hurry.
No, yeah.
She went nuts.
Yeah, she got fucking pissed. And I'm like, well, what's like? I wanted to talk to her about it. Like, I'm like, hey, what else am I gonna address? I have to address it.
It was amazing.
So I'm sorry. I'm like, hey, so like I'm like, I wanted to get off stage now, but I don't want to let you win. And then she said, I will always win. And then they played the music, and then they played the music over top of me, and the show was over. That was it.
So you got your red light to stop.
I don't remember applause. I just remember.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Like thunderous applause, but people were like,
yeah.
That was a good burn, man.
I felt it. It was probably one of the worst things in stand-up that's ever happened to me.
Was her getting that line off on you?
Yeah, it haunts me. It haunts me. It haunts me to this day.
Yeah.
It's worse that the set ended.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to defend myself. I felt like I didn't get a chance to defend myself.
Yeah, that sucks big time, man.
Yeah.
Did you talk to the girl after?
She came up to me and she's like, "I'm sorry I offended you." I'm like, "You didn't offend me. You just heckled me. You heckled me, and I didn't get I felt like I didn't get a chance. You know."
Yeah.
I'm on her side though.
You're on her side?
Because it was good. Like
what?
I don't know. It was funny.
Well, you're on the heckler's side.
The heckle was funny?
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
But like where I was like, I'm obviously trying to be funny. I'm not trying to fucking be a yeah.
But she was funnier than you.
To be honest, I was also like really like infuriated with him because if I was in his position, like just let me say this one thing before you end it. But she already like said her line.
Like you're saying that it was a shitty joke, and you're saying I can empathize with you as a comedian. Pretty
Whatever
much.
the joke, I'm not gonna judge a joke. She was funnier than you, and they ended it.
Yeah.
In all fairness, she didn't say anything funny, but what she did, let's be honest, but she had like a passive aggressive comeback, and it's like, well, let me at least put one sentence in.
Yeah.
So like at
least I have a chance.
Like even grounds, but like she said her thing.
Yeah.
And
that
then
was
they
it.
ended it. It was like, okay, well that's not fair. That was just like it's like a fire in my chest.
No,
that
it's
I can't put out
yeah.
because. Like even if she comes talk to you one-on-one and then you like let's say you humiliate
Well, I just didn't want to talk
it's
to her.
not in
man.
front of crowd, so it's not the same as like
I just didn't want to talk to her. Like she tried to talk to me, like can you just walk away? Like I don't want to talk to you.
Everybody went home that night and was like, "Hey,
You're like, yeah, that fucking girl killed
That's what
it.
sucks the most.
That girl's
because
the fucking
she killed
killer.
it,
Yeah.
and you didn't, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
But she did. She was funny, man. Like,
But it doesn't matter too, because
Well, yeah,
no
it
one's
doesn't matter,
walking
but-
away thinking that like I'm the only one thinking about that forever.
Yeah,
That's
but you
the only,
should.
Yeah.
You should think about it forever.
Yeah.
Very easy, Joe. He feels bad already.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just.
No, but seriously, that is our job to think about it
You should
forever.
think about it
So you
forever.
get better, right?
So it's like,
Yeah.
don't let her, whoever it is next time.
No,
ever that
I
to
do
you again.
think I'm a little more careful now that like what I like things that I say, but I'm trying to. I'm not ever trying to hurt anybody on stage. Obviously, trying to make a joke, and I think you got to give me a little bit of room to be not funny.
Yeah,
to
but
be
now
funny.
you gotta be faster than her. She
Yeah.
was faster.
Yeah, she was.
That's all it was. She was faster, and you
Yeah.
lost. Everyone loses.
Yeah,
man.
it was. See, I think I'm the best underdog story out there. Like,
Nah, it was funny to watch her live.
No, it
it
was
was
terrible.
fucking hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah, one time I was at the.
Thanks for letting me relive that pain. Thank you, Joe. I
What?
needed that.
One time I was at the.
Yeah, yeah. Dylan's coming with me. Like we're both dead tonight. It's because of you, Joe.
I like when Dylan bombs because he bombs so like
with grace.
He goes down with it hard, like he doesn't like, and sometimes you make it harder for yourself. Do you ever find that, Dylan? Where you see yourself like you're just not into it that day or whatever. You just hate your jokes or something. You ever get that where you hate your jokes and you're telling them and they're the same jokes, and then you because you're not into them, like the crowd's not giving you the reaction because you're giving up on it.
Moving on.
Is this criticism? Do you find that criticism of you? Or I like it when you do it
Dylan,
because it seems like you don't care.
Remember in Toronto how you were like that 120 show we did? Do you remember that show? Like you're going after the host, and then you won the fucking whole crowd after. Do you remember that show in Toronto? We were there for that was great to watch because he started and they didn't like him, but then he started roasting the host. It was like some transgendered lady. That was great to watch. You were there, right? Yeah. It was like that was like a hard one, but like he finally he kept going and going and going. It was like that was good.
Yeah.
Like not that he meant to, but I'm like it was great to watch him fucking roast her.
Well, Dylan's so funny, and that's the thing that always that I'm trying to say as though it might be coming across as criticism. You're super funny, and when your jokes are great, and when you tell them sometimes, it seems like you're the one that dislikes your jokes more than the audience. Do you know what I mean? Is that fair, or is that a harsh criticism on my part?
The stuff I like most is the stuff I wrote recently.
Right.
So when I put it all together.
And you still, you got to go to some
works,
of these.
But sometimes I'm sitting on old material. Maybe I haven't added anything new in a bit.
Yeah.
I get a little bored with it.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing to overcome, I find. For me, I have a hard time telling a joke I wrote a year ago, But then other people, I went to see Dave Attell in Buffalo at Helium, and he was telling stuff from Skanks from the Memories. It was from I don't know how old that CD is, 20 years.
Back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s, right? And he was telling some jokes from that. And no, they're great jokes. I mean, Jesus, they're the best jokes ever, But still, I was like, how can a guy still tell, even if it's a great joke, wouldn't he be getting tired of those jokes by now?
This is something that I think Brian O'Gorman told Mike Mitchell. And Mike Mitchell's like a comic in Hamilton, and he told it to me. He said that if you think when you go on stage that people have heard your jokes before, you're an idiot. Don't think you're this big shot that everybody remembers your jokes.
Yeah.
So when you go on stage, just act as if everybody in the room have never heard your jokes before.
Yeah.
And you gotta you have to have faith in it. And
you gotta own it.
You have to own it because the crowd is so weird like that. They can sense weakness.
Yeah. But even Beaver came to my show tonight. Mm-hmm. Or our show tonight, I should say.
No, you're a headliner. You're the headliner. You're the headliner.
And but Beaver came, and he's seen me a bunch of times before.
Yeah.
Right, and but I told a lot. You must have heard jokes I told before.
I've heard a lot of your jokes, but even that one big bit you did.
Yeah.
You told me later on that you've done it before, and you said you did it I've never heard it before, and I was like, holy fuck, that's got to be brand new. And you're like, oh no, man, I did that before.
Yeah, we wrote it a couple of years ago.
That's the thing. You gotta go on there, and I know we're all amateurs. It's not really our livelihood right now, but you gotta treat it as if you're a professional. You won't become a professional unless you act like
a professional. Yeah.
Right.
I've actually gotten over some of that in recent shows. I find I just do my shit now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I usually have new shit on the go anyway.
At least something new that you can get excited about, that one thing you're going to add or whatever, that sort of thing. Yeah, I think it's just a graduation thing. I think it's something we all go through when we're trying to get used to the fact that we have to get an act that is, tested, and that we want to sell the act. The act is what's got to work. So even though we wrote a joke and we're sick of it, the joke is still tested and metal tested. We know it's going to work, and why would you throw it out of your act when you did all that work into it?
Take that away from the audience.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just do your joke.
Well, I've seen Moses' fucking grocery store bit. Yeah. That guy's been doing that joke for 5 years. Mm. It's like a fucking samurai sword.
He's what he does with the bit is every time he'll change something about it, but it will still be generally the same. But I figured as you're sculpting something with it, you're like, oh, that doesn't work. I'm cutting off all the fat, right? And like most of the time, that's the problem with jokes is you're saying too many words, right?
Yeah.
You're saying too many words and you're not getting to what you need to get to when you need to.
That bit that Beaver was talking about was a 15-minute bit when we first wrote it, and it was 11 minutes today. And I was really happy I cut 4 minutes out of it so that I could.
And if you like dig deep, like you read it again.
Oh, and I'm only touching the tip of the iceberg on that bit
and that's
because
the thing. Like what I learned like recently is I put myself in the place of the audience.
Yep.
And I do my joke. I'm like, okay, how wordy is this? Because like, if the audience can't follow you, they get lost. Like they're too busy mentally trying to figure out what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
And then the joke just flies by them and like okay.
Because I find it's ultimately all about entertainment, right? Yeah. So as long as you're keeping that crowd entertained, like you said about trimming the fat, like you need a little bit of fat to kind of get people knowing the story. But if there's too much, you've waited too long for them to laugh, I find.
Yeah, the shorter the setup, the funnier the joke. Yeah. If you can shorten the setup, you're going to be able to get the guys laughing harder. But you have to be succinct with your words, like to make it you're getting there quick. But that's the hard part is they call it word efficiency.
And that's what I was going to tell you. It's like right now I feel like at our stage, which is rightfully so, we're very careless about the words that we use in our jokes. Like if you look at the professionals, every word that's in a joke is placed very well and thought out.
Yeah.
Like no word is there just like fillers. Every word serves a purpose.
Yes, that's right.
So like with us, it's like so yeah, and this and okay, and like it's like all fillers. It's like the crowd is exhausted just trying to.
I think people use a lot. Like I know I've done it.
Yeah.
Is the big filler thing.
But I like it because you can repeat your premise 3 times.
Yeah.
If you go, and you repeat it a different way, and then you're enforcing. If your setup's complex, where you're trying to get like a kind of a more heady concept through, like a premise that's not as easy for the audience to figure out because you're thinking like a weirdo comic, and so then if you have to explain that to the audience, the best thing is to explain it to them 2 or 3 times.
Chris Rock does that.
Yeah, Chris Rock does it perfectly.
He
Yeah.
His premise 3 times. He says it over and over again.
Yeah.
Just hammers it right in their
Yeah,
heads.
women cannot move down in class.
Do you guys have any material that isn't very strong, but you do it to try to hit your times? Like
shit, yeah, especially when you're starting.
His whole act is just.
Why is this all about me? Why is this podcast? What is turned on? Why are you turned on me, Joe? I thought this was supposed to be
at Wednesdays at Starving Artists.
I thought this was supposed to be a fake beef, but now it's turning into real beef.
Yeah.
There's reality in this. You guys got a long ride home.
I'm fighting Joe at the end of this.
Separate cars.
Well, we are fighting outside. That's what's going on.
Oh my God! Just reliving memories.
Yeah, you're killing me.
How is it killing? Just go through it,
You
man.
didn't see.
Hey, you know what you guys got to do?
Eyes?
Both you guys right now. Listen to me. I'm the host of this program. We're over time right now.
Oh, okay.
And I got to tell you right now, you 2 guys, by the end of this show, we'll do it off air so people don't have to see it. But maybe you want to do it while the theme song's running. I want you 2 guys both to make up. I want you to go to stand nose to nose, rub beards. All just want to rub beards for 10 seconds. There's nothing gay about it. Just do it.
I don't want to touch his throw up beard.
Yeah.
It's like Vikings.
No, the gap is getting wider. The gap is widening right now.
No, I feel like we gotten closer, but it's weird. It's all perspective, right?
Yeah. You felt my pain a little bit, didn't you?
I like the pain.
Yeah.
Pain is comedy.
The pain's what brings us all together.
I mean, you could go like
the only reason I like the
only reason I like you.
No, the only reason I brought that thing up that I feel like bad about that might have offended you is because we all go through it. It's all like it's just a certain thing that we all go through. I see it when I see you do it. I'm like, because I see myself do it. That's the thing. The universalness of what we're all going through, being so weird and so specific, is what makes it. What makes us friends, I guess. That that we should all not know each other.
It's a camaraderie. Like we've all been there. It's like we're there. We're brothers in a way.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird. Like you meet these people that you. Most of the time we're like preoccupied with what we're going to say, so we're not really having an authentic conversation with one another at the clubs. But we all kind of have a pretty close bond because we've gone through this weird thing that we've all gone through together. It's like you have this shared pain or shared experience that makes it all like, okay, I get it. You know,
Like me and James, one of my funnest nights ever was with James in Guelph. Remember
Which one?
the one we all got hammered and we
Oh yeah, when I
That
got,
was
when
like-
I got really drunk and woke up in a bank.
yeah, that was a great night, and that was
bank?
just us
Yeah, the
barely
bank.
knowing each other. Why am I hanging with James? He's like a young guy. I'm an old man. Like I should be at home. Like, but we're all hanging out together, which is really cool.
Well, we had good
That was
sets
good.
at the
Guelph.
Making Box
Yeah.
Guelph show, which was
Yeah.
weird.
And then you
'cause
disappeared.
yeah, because I was hammered and I thought I needed money. So I think this must what I thought I needed money, and then I just remember waking up in a bank at like 4:00 in the morning. It's just
He was
Yeah.
like, we thought he was
like
dead.
at a bank machine.
Yeah,
yeah, right in front of the bank machines. And like I'm like, how am I not arrested? Like, how am I not in a jail cell right now? Yeah,
That was a nice little place to take a nap.
it's
Bank
warm.
machine, it's warm.
It's warm in there.
Yeah. If I was homeless, I would just go to a bank machine all the time.
I've fallen asleep in so many like stupid places drunk, like in between doors.
On
like,
stage ever during a joke.
Anyways, let's leave it on that one.
That's Joe's
You motherfucker.
Nice burn.
You
And
motherfucker.
James will have
theme
to-
song, by the way.
James will have to learn that one on the way home. Everybody, if you'd like to, that's our show for this week. I'd like to thank all our comics for coming in from New Limburg tonight. I'd like
Thank
to
you for
thank
having us,
Rick
Pete.
from
Thank you.
Woodstock, the super fan in here today for playing drums and being a great fan of the show. I'd like to thank the Nocturnal Emissions for being off camera for most of the time, but now looking great, right, for the theme song at the end. And I'd like to thank everyone for listening. If you'd like to give us feedback on live from the Dutch gmail.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, fucking LinkedIn, whatever you want to do, you can give us those feedbacks. And until next week, we will see you See you next Thursday. All right, everybody. Hey,
Hey,
we're gonna have to record the opening song all over.
Oh,
again.
good. I'm glad because I fucked it right up.
Right.
Really? It didn't record any of it?
No, I recorded the beginning of it and then stopped halfway through.